when the Sussexes brought their latest project to Sundance and standing room only. After all, this is Sundance, the place where indie legends are born. Instead, what reportedly stole the spotlight that night wasn't applause. It was empty seats, a lot of them. Harry and Meghan arrived in Park City, Utah for the premiere of Cookie Queens. The title alone sounds upscale. Awards season coded, the kind of project that's supposed to scream prestige. But once the lights dimmed and the film began, the reality inside the theater told a very different story. According to multiple reports, roughly 150 seats in the balcony were still unfilled. And no, this wasn't a case of a few late arrivals stuck in traffic. This was an entire section sitting quietly, untouched, like a ghost audience hovering over the premiere. Eventually, a handful of people wandered in and occupied a few of those spots, many of them pass holders who had paid nearly $7,000 for express access, the kind of badges that let you walk into almost anything at Sundance. Even then, the rush never came. After all the last-minute shuffling, around 60 seats reportedly remained empty at a premiere, where the producers themselves were present. Not exactly the image of overwhelming demand. What makes it more striking is what happened just the night before. Olivia Wilde's film The Invite screened to a packed house. No spare seats, no leniency. People were turned away at the door. Completely sold out. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan's event appeared to be hosting a far more exclusive gathering of empty cushions. Photos quickly made their way online, clearly showing visible gaps throughout the balcony. Naturally, the Sussex fan base moved fast to control the narrative. Supporters claimed the images were misleading, even calling the situation an online conspiracy. Some insisted the theater was packed. Others shared screenshots suggesting tickets were unavailable. So what was it really, sold out or sold differently? That's when Reddit entered the conversation. One Sundance attendee familiar with the festival's scheduling explained that Cookie Queens wasn't even shown in Prime Park City. Instead, it reportedly screened on a Sunday morning in Salt Lake City, far from where the main festival energy lives. In Sundance terms, that's overflow programming. Translation, the slot you get when bigger films already claim the spotlight. A 9 a.m. screening at Sundance is basically the cinematic equivalent of being seated at the kids' table. The same attendee suggested tickets likely wouldn't have been difficult to obtain unless public access had been limited. And yes, people also noticed pass holders being ushered in at the last possible moment to help fill seats. Think about that for a second. Needing backup guests at your own premiere is like throwing a birthday party, realizing no one showed up, and then begging strangers outside to come eat the cake. Not exactly the flex you'd hope for. Online reactions were unforgiving. Comment sections filled up fast with words like out of touch, irrelevant, and career flop. Some critics even joked that Harry and Meghan might have bought tickets themselves in an attempt to manufacture a sellout, only to still fall short. If true, that's a level of secondhand embarrassment few public figures recover from easily. And this isn't happening in isolation, according to critics. They point to a pattern, a podcast that faded quickly, media deals that went quiet, projects that launched with hype and ended with silence, and a public goodwill window that seems to have slammed shut. As for Meghan, detractors argue that nearly every project somehow circles back to her. Every time, without exception. So here we are. Two former royals with global name recognition, massive platforms, and access most creators could only dream of. And yet, struggling to fill a theater at one of the most important film festivals in the world. From palace balconies to empty balconies, Sundance may have just delivered the most symbolic image of all.